and it's going to be a lot of fun. Here we go, down in the bottom right-hand corner. The red Protoss player from China and from Invictus Gaming. It is Jim.
Jim.
Just Jim.
Talking about Jim. I've been going to gym a lot lately. But that is Jim with G and a Y.
Imagine if you trained with Jim at the gym.
That's a lot.
I'm on the Gym Squared training regimen.
I think you could say that would be next level Jim. Jim is gonna go up against Liquid Hero, our fantastic Protoss player from Korea. What?
Hey bro, I hear you really like gym. So I put a gym in your gym.
Well, that would be a great advertisement for like 24/7 fitness or something like that. I heard you really like gym, so we put gym in our gym. Check us out.
This is Jim sitting on the bench press playing StarCraft.
Jim, like, you can now find Jim at every gym. North
You
America.
can see like little Jim just like lifting like 2,000 pounds. All right, up in the top left-hand corner, the blue Protoss player. That's Liquid Hero.
And you know, I mentioned before, Ben, that we haven't seen Jim lose a PvP yet in WCS America. And if the people wonder, like, well, what does that really mean? How many did he play? Well, he played quite a few. Last season, he went up against Crank. He was able to defeat Crank 2-0. Then he went up against Alicia. He was able to defeat Alicia 2-0. Then he also went up against Maxet in the 6th place decider match. And he was able to defeat Maxet 2-0. So that's 6-0 in PvPs. You know, that's definitely something to look at and be like,
say
hey.
hashtag not bad.
Hashtag couldn't be better.
I'm sure he also had to win a couple of PvPs on his way through the qualifiers and Challenger League as well.
Yep. As we know that Jim has never lost in qualifiers. Actually, he did 2 once.
But we don't talk about that.
You know, if there is a weak matchup for Jim, I would like to say that I don't think he's bad in PvZ, because I actually think he's pretty good. But there are a few strats where he's not as great against. But if there's truly one weakness, I still feel there are a few Terran players out there who are perhaps, you know, on another level. And then I am looking at you, Tasia, I'm looking at you, Innovation, and you, Paul. But, you know, his PvP in general seems pretty damn solid. I think Jim also defeated Le Tut 2-0 in CPL Championship 2013. A tournament in China that Jim was able to win. And he defeated Marine King in the final.
Shout out to Litod, who's in Bangkok right now.
Yep.
Living it up.
Living that good caster life.
He sent me a tweet the other day, said, sick life, I'm in Bangkok, and they have Krispy Kreme and some other American restaurant. What was the other one?
TGI?
Yeah, it was TGI. It was like, oh, I'm in Bangkok, and I ate at TGI Fridays, and then I went to Krispy Kreme for dessert.
You can see Todd is truly going for the cultural experience.
Yeah, I think Todd is a misplaced American. He somehow wound up in France.
All right, we have a double gateway opening over here for Jim, and I believe the exact same thing is going on the other side of the map. Jim has not scouted at all, not even in his natural. Jim is like, I'm Jim, I don't really have to do that.
He sees the probe, he's like, I'm just going to let you wiggle.
He's like, yo, bro, you have a probe in my natural. You have 3 seconds to get it out, all right. Just it's taking too long. If you talk about a mirror matchup so far, other than the scouting probe, Hero sending his Mothership Core to the left. Of course, every now and then you might find a Stargate here. That's not really something people still do these days, but it is crazy. Jim is deciding to drop a 3rd gateway ban, while Hero on the other end is most likely looking to expand in the near future. This is one of those scenarios where every Stalker shot in the middle of the map is going to count. And the fact that Hero's Mothership Core is out of position, a time warp on these Stalkers, and Jim killing 1 or maybe even 2 Stalkers is game over.
You're absolutely right. Here we go. It's going to be 3-gate pressure, and this is almost a build order loss for Hero. Here we go. Will there be a time warp? It is not going to end up landing on these Stalkers, but Jim will absolutely be able to force a cancel on the
that's
Nexus
a really
down here.
defensive force field as well. Is he going to wipe in additional sentries right now?
His warp gate just finished.
Oh, this is so close, by the way, for Hero. He might have enough. Okay, yes, no.
Oh, no.
Well, that's good, I guess.
It's good for Hero. It's terrible for Jim, who's going to lose 2 Stalkers, and Hero will muster a good defense. Meanwhile, there is a Mothership Core chipping away at the probes of Jim, and I think Jim has made a terrible miscalculation. Why do you think he felt like he wanted to go up that ramp, Kev?
I have no idea, actually, because, he can just sit on the bottom of the ramp and force a cancel on this Nexus. He can potentially still do that, because we shouldn't forget the Mothership Core was on the other side of the map. So if the Mothership Core would recall, he would not have energy for a photon overcharge. I guess Jim just thought, maybe I can win right here, right now. He will still get the cancel on this base. But yeah, you know, taking a look at the worker count right now, 27 against 27.
Look at Hero's follow-up speed prism. It's either that or Colossus drop.
No, I think he's just worried about being locked into his base for a long time, so he wants to get some aggressive options out there. And you know, Warp Prisms are already a little bit quicker these days. Well, interesting. So Jim has a little bit of a contain right now on Hero. Might get a force field. Possibly the force field, maybe one stalker down the ramp. Jim is getting a Stargate on his own, and as crazy as it is, that is actually a brilliant decision with the build that Hero is going for. I think at least.
Well, we'll have to wait and see. It kind of comes down to the timing. Stargate's only halfway done. The Warp Prism has units inside, and it's more than halfway across the map. So Jim will have to defend some warp ends. I think Hero has 4 gates, right?
Yeah, Jim has 3 gates. There are 2. No, Hero has 3. And a robotics bay on the way. It seems like Hero wants to go for some one-base Colossus, but that doesn't really work. And that just doesn't cut it anymore against Photon Overcharge or anything like that. Unless it just wants to use the Colossus to cross the force field and then still expand. But that's also a little bit weird. Hero's gonna wipe in a couple of units, but Hero has a few defensive units already. He's gonna have an Immortal soon to deal with this as well. I think Hero should be fine. Of course he's gonna have to micro, because there are a lot of Zealots, but Hero's gonna micro as well. Very cute by Hero, but Jim should be okay.
Yep. Jim's Immortal does lose all of its shields. That's Zealot. Good job of...
And that's an expensive investment here for Hero. That's 500 minerals for the cost of 200, I believe. As he killed only 2 Zealots.
While all this has been going on, Jim has secured an expansion. Now with the Colossus out, force field is no longer an issue. But Jim, knowing what's up, maybe he should just recall.
Yeah, maybe he should recall. You don't really want to lose any units. He will still have enough energy for a Photon Overcharge. I think Hero knows that a one-base push is just not going to work.
Another main base warp in here for Hero. He's going to continue with his aggression, but after the recall, it's going to be much harder to make it work. Oh, Immortal might get picked off. That's very cute.
If he's able to get those stalkers out, which he is, that's very cute.
So nice. So nice play from Hero.
Wow, that's an Immortal that he shouldn't have got.
I can't believe he killed that. Void Ray's out. That's going to help against the Colossus, but...
Yeah, there's also, you know, with Stalkers you have to make a decision. Either you focus the Void Ray, but then Immortals will hammer away at your Stalkers so badly. Jim, you're going to have to go down that ramp. If you somehow get force fielded in, you are in a world of trouble, because you actually don't have anything to crush force fields.
Jim has a very small army, one Immortal.
He sees the Prism, so the Void Ray is going to chase this Prism down.
Oh, he's got to be so careful. Hero's going to attack into the natural at the exact same time. I don't know if there's enough. Oh, Photon Overcharge is so good. And Hero knows it. He backs right off. Zealots in the main base are doing some harassing.
Some work. The Prism will finally fall, but not before these Zealots from Hero actually are able to kill quite a few probes here.
Yeah,
take a look at the worker count.
9, 8. 8 is the total. Oh, nope. Yes.
Really interesting. Hero's going to try to do something perhaps once more as soon as Photo Overcharge run out, but I think that Jim should have enough units, certainly with this Void Ray. Careful though with force fields. Man, Jim is playing with fire, standing so close to that ramp.
Yeah, he sure is. Second Void Ray now out, and a third one being hallucinated.
So right now Hero has own expand is at least up and running. I must say I really love how Hero did expand, but still try to make something happen with these gateway units. Put on quite a bit of pressure, and that one Colossus which was able to break that force field, and also having the Prism right now scaring Jim a little bit.
Super cute. Hallucinated Prism will die.
It's not going to do anything, but
uber
it's a good
fast.
scout.
Sees what's up and mess with Jim's brain a little bit.
And Hero says, you know what, I know you have Void Rays, you're probably going to make a few more Void Rays. I am not going to produce a lot of Colossus because I'm worried about that, or I'm worried about that it's easy for you to transition into Tempest, and Tempests are fantastic against Colossus. I'm going to switch already myself, and I'm going to get Archons. Interesting.
How do Archons do against Sky Toss?
They do pretty good. Actually, if they are in position, they can do very good. Above all, it takes a very long time for Void Rays to kill Archons, so it's definitely not a bad decision. The thing is, like, I think Hero would love to just have like 3 Colossus and then try to somehow get a fight. He knows that if he would make a lot of Colossus, Jim is never going to attack into him. So if he makes a lot of Colossus, he is basically giving Jim the time to get Tempest out eventually, and he doesn't want to put himself in that position where later on he has a lot of resources stuck into Colossus, and then they're just going to be picked away at from far distance by these Tempest.
All I can think right now is how Andre would be transitioning to carriers. Not the case. We see Jim continuing with his Void Ray production, getting +1 air attack. Blink on the way for Hero.
This is the Blink actually I find a very questionable move right now. I don't think that's... I don't know, I think that's sort of a waste of resources.
This is an interesting army composition from Jim. It's just Void Ray Immortal with some gateway support. He's
yeah,
going to have a
timing
real hard
that
time.
he's gonna, I don't know. I think his army is very strong.
It's very strong. He's going to have a hard time with Force Field, though.
Well, yes, that's definitely true. And Hero has a few force fields. With a few, I mean like 3, 4.
There's 3 good ones right on the ramp, and that's going to keep a lot of the Zealots and Sentries out. Void Rays are in front, being microed. Okay.
I love that Jim hallucinated a couple of Void Rays as well. Makes it a little harder for Jim to actually focus them down. Stalkers even take quite a while to kill hallucinated Void Rays. I mean, that set of force fields was okay for Hero, but that's the only set of force fields that he have. Mothership Core might go down. No, it's not going to go down, so that means the second Photon Overcharge will be available as well. More Archons right now for Hero. I'm starting to feel that Hero is in a good position, or at least to defend this.
You know, these Archons are doing a great job of just absorbing damage. They are so incredibly tanky. Jim's going to go for it, attacking into Photon Overcharge. Is this the right idea? Sentries are only really able to offer Guardian Shield. The Void Rays are dying, Kev, and without the Void Rays, I don't think Jim's army is going to stand up to Hero. There's 3 Immortals against 1 Immortal, and pure Stalker. The Stalker count for Hero is good enough.
Sick hold by Hero, really well done. He has 3 Immortals remaining after this fight. He has enough Stalkers right now. He's going to have to micro a little bit against these Zealots. He still has a little bit of Photon Overcharge to rely on, but above all, he still has these Immortals alive. And that was an absolutely fantastic hold by Hero. Because at the start of this, wow, Jim, I don't think you had to do that, but...
He's going to tap.